Hi all, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another good video. Today's video will be on the topic poverty as a challenge. Landless people in villages and people living in overcrowded slums in cities. Let us discuss this topic. Landless people in villages, a closer look. The plight of landless rural poor is a complex issue with far reaching consequences. These individuals lacking ownership of land face a multitude of challenges that perpetuate a cycle of poverty. So, the people who are lacking ownership of the land are the people who are at most of poverty. Dependence on daily wage labor, it means the people who are working, they are depending on the daily wages for their livelihood. They are that poor that they do not have money to run their family. So, only if they get their daily wages, it is possible for them to meet their basic needs. Vulnerability to exploitation. Now, what is happening here is the people who are very poor, they are in the sake of just getting money and they intend to just they what is their requirement is just they need a job to survive. They are not in a case where they can bargain, where they can tell any keep any demands in front of the employer. So due to their poor condition, what the people, the landowners do, they exploit the poor employees. They tend to ask them to work for more hours. They do not give them proper wages, proper safety, proper sanitization facilities and all. Limited access to resources and services. It is a case wherein landlessness also limits access to essential resources and services. Without collateral, it becomes difficult to obtain loans. It is a case wherein people are not having any source of income. They are totally depending on their daily wages, and there is no resource or service to help them. Even if a person is going to take loan from a bank, so they need any collateral or they need any support, they need any security, only then they will give you, they will pledge the thing or they will mortgage anything, any asset, only then they will be able to give you money. If you are just walking into the bank and asking for loan, they will not give you any loan. Of course they will ask you for any security. Food insecurity. Food insecurity is a stage wherein people are not getting nutritious food or people are not getting any food to eat. It is a case wherein the landless individuals are struggling for their daily food also. Erratic incomes coupled with rising food prices can lead to inadequate food consumption, particularly during lean seasons. Now, when there is off season of agriculture, what do? They do not have wages. They do not have any source of income, and the people who are depending on the daily wages, they are not getting any wages. Then it is difficult for them to purchase any resources need food to cook food or anything. Let us move forward. Lack of basic amenities. What does this mean? Lack of basic amenities means a people who are not getting any sanitization facility or are not open to any availability which normal people have. One of the most pressing issues in slums is the inadequate provision of essential services, access to clean water. See, now, clean water, everybody has a right to have clean water. Now, here is a case wherein people are not getting water to drink also. The urban scourge overcrowd of slums. So, what does it mean? The slums are overcrowded, wherein people are living in the cities. They are now in the rural areas, people are lacking jobs, so they come in they from villages to cities, they migrate in search of job. They hunt for the job and they come to the slum, come to the city. Now in the city, they cannot directly go and search a job and stay in the flat. So what they do, as per their standard of living, they select to live in any slums or near the roadside areas wherein the cost of living is very low. So is only one person going to come? He is A person will not come alone. He will bring his family, friends, relatives, and all. Whoever is jobless, of course, everybody will migrate from there to here. And here, what is going to happen? The slums are going to become overcrowded, where people lack basic amenities like clean water, and they do not have proper sanitation facilities. There is frequently inadequate sanitation facilities, spread of infectious disease, electricity supply, and many more things. Next is poor health and hygiene. The lack of basic amenity and the high population density contribute to poor health and hygiene condition. Crowded living spaces facilitate rapid transmission of infectious disease. Poor sanitation and lack of access to clean water increase the risk of diarrheal diseases. So, because of overcrowdedness, people cannot be healthy and people cannot be hygiene. High levels of pollution and environmental degradation. So here what is happening, slums often experience high levels of pollution, both air and water. Uncontrolled waste disposal, inadequate sewage treatment, and the burning of low quality fuels contribute to air pollution, posing significant health risk to residents. Open drains and overflowing sewers contaminate water sources, further compromising public health. Social exclusion and discrimination. Social exclusion means slum dwellers often face social exclusion and discrimination. They are marginalized and, and stigmatized by society, often denied access to basic rights and opportunities. Now, you might have seen a person coming from a slum will not be uh, respected as compared to a person coming from a flat, because their appearance itself tells that if they are rich or poor, and on the basis of the appearance only people judge you. So that is one discrimination, which is a very bad thing. Next is comparing rural and urban poverty. Now let us compare rural poverty and urban poverty. Now, poverty is there in both the places, rural also, urban also. Now, let us understand the cause of rural poverty. The cause of rural poverty is lack of land ownership. As I discussed earlier, there is no land ownership, there is no equal distribution of land. The people who are having land, they hire people for daily wages, and what they do, they they exploit the laborers. They do not pay them proper wages. They make them work for more hours and all, and there is low agricultural productivity. So now what is happening, the people who are having their own land, what they do, first of all, they give priority to their family members. In the villages and all, there is mostly joint family, so everybody work together. Only in case of harvest, only in the time of harvest, they hire people for daily wages, which is and whatever harvesting they are doing, they are going to keep it for their family. They are going to distribute it among themselves, and whatever is left, they are going to uh, make money out of it. They will not give it to the laborers or something, or somebody. Since the land is limited, some people are knowing agriculture, some people are not knowing agriculture, and those people who are not knowing agriculture, what they do, they just give the land for rent to some other farmers or to some other people who are having factories and all, and they make money out of it, which is also a reason for low agricultural productivity. Whereas in urban poverty, what is happening? Migration. Many people in the rural areas or villages are becoming jobless, so they get migrated to urban areas in search of job to survive their living. Lack of affordable housing. In urban areas, it is not possible for everybody to purchase a house, because the lack of their standard of living is only low. So the normal citizen, they are going to fight for their daily living. How are they going to afford to buy a house? Unemployment. Now every person in the urban areas, not necessary that everybody is employed. Some may be employed, some may be working just for the sake of salary, or some may be working where the salary is very low. The job, they are not having job satisfaction, they are not having any hike or any other reasons which lead to unemployment. Now let us understand the challenges faced by rural poverty. Because of poverty, what is happening? There is food security, there is food insecurity in the rural areas. There is no food to eat. There is sometimes they may have food because they are depending on their daily wages. So only if they get to work, they are going to afford to purchase any food item like rice, wheat, jar, and all. And what if they do not have the money? What if they do not get the wages? They are insecure to have the food. Lack of access to education and healthcare. Now a person is unable to eat. A person is not having money for meeting the basic requirement. Then how is he going to give priority to education and health? So this both contributes equally to the challenges. Let us understand the challenges faced by the urban poverty. Here, poor living condition, as I discussed earlier, the people living in the slums, their conditions are very low. They are living in a case wherein there is no proper sanitation, there is no clean drinking water, there is no healthy environment and all. Lack of basic amenities, as I said earlier. They are not having any facility, they are just overcrowding, and there is no proper management over there. Social exclusion, these people are excluded from the society, they are not treated equally. Opportunity, let us discuss the opportunities met by rural poverty. Government schemes for rural development. Now governments come up with many schemes for the rural development, and some people, it is not beneficial for all, because some people are having awareness, some people are meeting the requirement raised, guidelines provided by the government, and they make the use of schemes, whereas some are unaware about the schemes, and some are unable to meet the guidelines provided by the government, uh, which is not a proper balance between them. Then skill development programs. The government comes up with many skill development programs, which is a good opportunity for the people who are living in the rural area. And the opportunities which urban poverty people have is informal sector jobs. They do not get a formal job, they get an informal job. And access to urban services. They are getting access to urban services. Let us move forward. Addressing poverty, a multi-pronged approach. Let us understand this concept in detail. Poverty is a complex issue that requires a multifaceted approach to effectively combat. Here are some key strategies. Let us understand rural focus. Rural focus is based on the few things, that is the land reforms and agricultural development. Land reforms are that addressing land ownership inequities is crucial. This could involve land redistribution programs, secure and tenure rights for smallholders, and supporting community based land management. Whereas agricultural development is a case wherein improving productivity, investing in research and development, promoting the use of improved seeds and fertilizers, and expanding access to irrigation can increase yield and income for small farmers. Diversifying rural economy, encouraging non-farming activities like livestock rearing, agroforestry, and rural tourism can create alternative income sources. Now, totally depending on the farming is not going to work for everybody. So we can the government has to encourage non-farming activities, also skill development programs. Providing vocational training and skill development programs can equip rural population with the skills needed for employment in both agriculture and non-agricultural sectors. Now let us discuss about the urban focus, affordable housing. Investing in the development of affordable housing options such as social housing project and rental subsidies can improve living conditions for the urban poor. Slum rehabilitation, implementing comprehensive slum rehabilitation program that address infrastructure, sanitation and access to basic services is essential. Next is job creation. Job creation means creating decent and sustainable employment opportunities through initiatives like microfinance programs supporting small and medium enterprises and promoting job intensive growth sectors. The last one is social safety nets like conditional cash transfer program, food assistance, healthcare subsidies can help protect vulnerable population from falling into poverty. Let us move forward. Next one is working together for a poverty free future. Combating poverty effectively requires a collaborative effort involving governments, NGOs, and most importantly, the active participation of the communities themselves. Now, only if the government is coming to help the people who are living in the slums or who are poor is not going to help. Everybody has to come forward, that is the government, the NGO, and even the person who are in the slum areas, that is in the poverty places, the people who are actually poor, they have to contribute. Everybody should put hands, everybody should join hands together to meet the requirements of the government. So let us understand government policies and programs. Formulating and implementing effective poverty reduction strategies. Governments play a crucial role in designing and implementing policy and programs aimed at alleviating poverty. This includes social safety nets, investing in public services, promoting economic growth and job creation, and it also includes land reforms and rural development. S- Let us discuss social safety nets. It is a case wherein providing social assistance programs like conditional cash transfer, food subsidies, and all. Investing in public service is a case where there is access to quality education and healthcare, and basic infrastructure like clean water, sanitation, and transportation for all citizens are given. And promoting economic growth and job creation, wherein implementing policies that stimulate economic growth, create employment opportunity, and support small and medium enterprises. Land reform and rural development, wherein implementing policies that address land ownership, inequity, improve agricultural productivity, and all. Now, let us discuss role of NGOs in providing support and resources. It has four different points, that is grassroots level implementation, providing essential service, advocacy and awareness, and last one is community mobilization and empowerment. Grassroots level implementation. In this, NGO often play a vital role in implementing poverty reduction at the grassroots level. They have the flexibility and agility to reach marginalized community and tailor their intervention to specific local needs. Providing essential services like education, healthcare, nutrition, livelihood training to vulnerable population, and advocacy and awareness. NGOs, what they do, they create many awareness campaigns wherein they help the people to get aware of what they are currently being and to how to overcome that. It is supported to them via campaigns and all. And community mobilization and empowerment. NGOs empower communities by building their capacity, fostering self-reliance, and promoting community-led developmental initiatives. Last one is community participation and empowerment. It includes active involvement in decision making, wherein the active participation of communities in the planning, implementation, and monitoring of poverty reduction programs. Now, here, the community, the slum people have to participate actively. Only the government and NGOs cannot help. Even the people who are they're in the slums or who are marginally poor, they have to overcome the situation by implementing the policies given by the government or NGOs, building local capacity, empowering communities with the knowledge, skills, and resources to address their own development challenge, promoting self reliance, fostering self reliance among communities by supporting local initiatives and promoting sustainable livelihoods. So, I conclude that a strong and effective partnership between government, NGO, and community is essential for achieving sustainable poverty reduction. By working together, we can leverage the strength of each actor and create a more equitable and just society for all. Thank you. This is all for today. I will soon come back with another good video.